Hello, everyone. My name is Philip Pantana, and we are here for another episode of Perimeter Roof and Renovate. So excited about this morning's topic and our special guest this morning. It's my sister, Miha, and I have my lovely wife, Patricia, here.
Hello.
They are both sisters. And when they get together, things change. The atmosphere changes because they have all these inside jokes and they laugh and everybody's like wondering, what are they laughing about? So I'm sure some of that's going to happen, but that's good because it's very entertaining. Mm-hmm. Miha, welcome.
Thank you. It's great.
So glad you're here. So glad you're here, Miha. So you guys are sisters, and how far apart in age are you guys?
6.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
6.5 years. And I know the story that keeps...
Which one's older? Sorry, everybody always asks that, and I take it really well every time it's asked because I'm the younger one.
Miha and Patricia have such a sophisticated look. It's hard to tell.
Yes. So
they carry themselves so well. So the story goes, at least the way it was told me, that you guys, right, you don't have any other siblings.
Nope.
Patricia used to take care of you when you were young, and her responsibility was to make sure that you didn't get hurt and to make sure that you ate your food.
Right.
But
I didn't get to eat any
know that
food.
Patricia ate all your
Because
food.
she ate all my food.
Right. And so your mother was wondering why you were always so hungry.
And always cried all the time.
Yeah. And that's how the story goes.
And that's why I'm short and she's tall.
Survival of the fittest,
It
everyone.
makes sense.
It makes sense.
Total sense.
I didn't get my cream of wheat. She did,
No.
so.
Yeah. You didn't get your Wheaties when you were a
To
I
kid.
this
didn't grow up
day, I
beyond
love
5'1".
cream of wheat. So,
I wish I knew what it tasted like.
oh man.
Now, you guys are not from originally, you were not born in America.
Nope.
Okay. You guys are immigrants, right? Your parents came over. You were how old?
I turned 9 like a week later.
You
I
turned
was
9.
15.
And Trisha was 15. Now, where'd you guys come from?
Romania.
Okay. So Romania, where is that?
In Europe.
In Europe?
Eastern Europe.
It's near Hungary, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I always remember that country because
Hungry.
I'm always hungry. And
So was I in Romania.
Yeah, exactly. Touche. Okay.
All right, moving on.
So you guys came over when you were young. Did either of you speak English?
No.
She did a little bit.
No.
Well, you took like Romania. Like I think you were.
I mean, we
They
take
taught.
lots of languages, but you don't really learn how to speak a language till you're really immersed in the culture.
And it wasn't
So,
like the proper dialect even.
Yeah, we learned the proper grammar. And when I got here, I think you did too.
Yeah. Yes.
2 ESL classes, like 2 hours every day. So we stayed after school and
I literally didn't know anything. And I remember kids in class and like on the school bus teaching me, like pointing to things and be like, school bus. And I'd repeat it or like,
At your age, I would imagine it would be easier to come.
Miha
and
learned
blend
English
than
much
Patricia.
faster.
Right.
Because
I
Patricia was in high
second
school.
grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
And high
She would come
schools-
home and say things to my mom and I and my dad in English. And we were like, what?
I don't remember that.
So yeah, she caught on really quickly.
Right.
The
So
younger
smart.
you are, the more you absorb.
But both of you are naturally very studious, right? You guys,
Yeah.
Yes, we love school.
We do love school.
right? You're learners, you're lifelong learners,
Yeah.
and so that helped. So that was good.
Yeah.
So you guys, of course, had challenges acclimating to a new country, but now you guys are both U.S.
Look
citizens.
at us now.
You're
Yeah.
both U.S. citizens.
That's right.
You love America.
Love
Right?
America,
It's-
best country in the world. What?
And right. So what are some of the differences between Romania and America in terms of just like resources and provision and all that stuff?
You take it away, Patricia.
Go ahead,
You're
Miha.
the
Miha, you're our
guest.
guest.
You're
What-
the guest.
I mean,
Do you
I was 9. The things I remember are not good things
Okay.
about Romania. Like,
like not
remember
having food
different
because your sister ate it all.
yes, being hungry was the main part that I remember, but also just, I remember like being persecuted. So I remember like specific events and just like being poor.
Because your
and a
parents
lot
were
of-
Christians, right?
Yeah. And so I remember like my parents praying a lot for food and like God providing. I remember like not having a lot, like sharing a bed with her, like, and our bed was made of like boxes, or not having a lot of things, or even like the secret police like coming and like literally like banging down our door when I was alone with my mom at home.
Yeah.
And just like looking for anything to, imprison our parents. So that's the kind of stuff I remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, just for
A lot of
context,
other-
most of our childhood was lived in the communist regime until the revolution happened in December of 89. And we didn't leave till September of 91. So most of our childhood was lived under
Yeah.
that regime, which was, if you know anything about it, it's
Oppressive.
awful and
Right.
oppressive. And, you live with ration food, and my family was part of a Christian community. And so that was very frowned upon.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, like
we had
our
a lot
dad
of
got fired from
persecution.
like every job. Whenever they would find out that he was a Christian, like he would get fired and he'd have to like find like a different job.
Mm-hmm. So
So-
And we also would get like shipments of different things from America, like food and Bibles, like New Testaments and stuff. And we would like save them and like pass them out to people
Very
as
cool.
part of like, and that's what they would try to like find in our home and like,
mm-hmm.
And
parents.
so was it illegal to have Bibles in Romania?
Technically not, because I mean there was the revolution happened but I think this was before
This was before.
the revolution. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was illegal. Yeah.
And I remember you guys shared a story where your mother had a dream
Mm-hmm.
that someone was going to come and raid the home.
Yeah.
And she woke up and sewed all the Bibles into the mattress. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where it was? I thought it was
Mhm.
like on a shelf. Yeah, I do remember something. And
And
actually,
then that happened,
that's-
right? They showed up.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing that I remember is being at home with my mom, them knocking, and she was like not fully dressed, like it was early in the morning. Them knocking and she's saying like, "Hey, hold on, like I'm not dressed," and they literally like broke down the door.
Oh my
And
goodness.
and I remember distinctly like them, like one of like the officers like sat down on the bed and like put me on his lap and was like trying to get information from me as far as like where are these Bibles, like
And how old
and
were
gave
you
me-
at that time?
it's probably like 5,
Oh
4
my
or 5.
goodness.
We're little.
So he was
And I
interrogating a 5-year-old.
Yeah, well, and he had chocolate or gum or something, and he was like, "Here,
I
like if you
gotcha.
tell me, I'll give you this." And I remember like taking it and like saying, "I don't know anything," but I knew where they were. I just knew I wasn't supposed to say anything, and so
Right. So he was
they
Satan.
gave up. They couldn't find anything. They gave up, and
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff I remember.
Yeah.
So it was
was
rough.
great.
You guys made it over here. There was a family that essentially adopted your family, brought you guys
It
over
was
to
a
Phoenix,
church community.
the church community.
There was
Yeah.
a program that was taking place after the revolution, and a lot of Europeans got to really benefit from that. So a lot of communities within the states would adopt a family based on, prayer needs and all that. And so a church in Phoenix, Arizona, actually sponsored our family to come
Yeah.
over, and they paid for everything and put us up for that whole
Yeah.
first year. And
So the story comes to mind that you guys shared about the first time you went to a grocery store in Phoenix and you guys all cried
Yeah.
because you'd never seen that much food before.
No.
yeah, I mean, when you
And-
grow up with ration food and you have one type of one product,
Yeah.
it's
And-
overwhelming to
yeah.
see it.
And I remember just thinking like they're telling us like just pick whatever you want, like and we're like, you can have whatever you want. What do you mean? What are you like? Not even knowing what half the stuff was, especially for me, because it's like
Sure.
I've never seen this stuff in my life. I knew what
Yeah.
an orange was because every once in a while, if someone would get us an orange to share
Or
You know.
banana.
Wow.
or a banana, yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
here they get rotten, thrown away.
I know. I always get so sad.
So America
Produce
changed your
thrown away.
life, right?
Yes.
America
Yeah.
changed your life.
It's given us opportunities that we would have never had. So
Yeah.
my parents definitely made a huge sacrifice in leaving everything behind, starting over at 40 and raising us up to be who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So huge sacrifice, but yes, life has improved tremendously.
So, of course, living,
Yes.
for your parents at their age, growing up or living in Romania, being raised there under communism, that really takes a toll on people in their worldview, on how they think, right? And of course, that's had a pretty big impact. Even though they've been in America, there's been challenges there,
Mhm.
right? Because in a lot of ways, communism is fear, right?
Mhm.
And so there's really great challenges. It would seem that you two escaped a lot of that thinking.
Mhm.
Now that you're in America, you have a different perspective. I know that both of you are very independent. You both, love the Lord. You follow Jesus. So you're listening to his voice. You want to do what he says.
Yeah.
And so I know that one of the obstacles, right, that I encountered, I remember when I wanted to date Patricia, she basically was like, well, I have a problem and it's my mother. And my mom wants me to marry a Romanian.
Yeah.
And I remember that was a thing. And I said, well, that's a problem because I'm not Romanian.
Yeah.
But we overcame that obstacle.
Yeah.
Right. And so I know, Miha, you ended up getting married to an American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have 2 kids, right? Boy and a girl,
Yep.
girl and boy.
Yep.
That's my niece and nephew, and they're growing up quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. How old are they?
Emmy will be 12 in December, and Jonah's 9 and a half.
Yes. And they are full of life. Full of life, full of
life.
lots of energy.
Fullness.
You know,
Since they've been born.
And that's even without sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Probably
they're
It's
just,
all natural.
right?
It's natural.
When their heads hit the pillow at night, they're out. When they wake up, they're the
on.
Energizer
on.
bunnies
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
But of course, that brings a lot of life and joy, right,
Yeah,
into
no, I
everybody's
love
life.
it.
He has a great mom and loves her
Yes.
kids
I
well.
try.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got a great relationship with them,
Yeah.
which tells a lot, right?
Yeah.
So now you live in Virginia. You are working at Perimeter Roofing,
Whoop, whoop.
right? It's like becoming a family thing.
Yeah.
And of course, when you came on 2 years ago, right? It's been 2 years.
It was 2 years in July.
Yeah. So you've been here more than 2 years. It would seem that God opened that door for you to come to Virginia.
Yeah.
So at the time you were living in Tennessee,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that you had moved quite a bit, right? When you got married, I think you guys, how many times did you guys
in
move?
13 years of marriage, we moved like 15 times.
15 times.
Yeah.
So,
And not just like to a different house, like to a different state.
yeah.
So
that was that rough on you?
no, actually I didn't mind it because I feel like every time we did move, like the Lord made it very clear that that's what we were supposed to do, or
Yeah.
either that's what we were supposed to do, or it was kind of a solution for where we were at, and God
Yeah.
was like helping us and coming alongside of us to like give us, what
Yeah.
we needed at the time.
So now you live here. So tell us a little bit about what you started doing at Perimeter when you came on.
Yeah, so I came here, and I think at the time it was to kind of somebody that was doing my position was going to be moving into a different position. So it was kind of like, I needed a job, they needed a different position, and this position was opening up, and it was kind of like the Lord was like, here you go. And so I was going to be, I think
It was customer relations manager, right?
Yeah. So, I think that was like my title. Right.
So what did you do?
Like
What did that title include?
I started just like answering phones and scheduling appointments. And then, the longer I was there, like the more things kind of like, got put on me, but like not in a bad way. Like I was like, okay, I've got this. Like, what else can I do? Like,
But you naturally sort of turned into mother hen for everyone, right? Like,
yeah. I think it is kind of like, I love people.
Yeah.
And so I just naturally like, get along with people, and they naturally tell me things about themselves. And I just think it was kind of something that I just care about people a lot. And so I feel like I became like the hub, right? Of like
people feel that, they sense that.
I think so. Yeah. Because even,
100%.
when I'd be on the phone with customers, they would just like share things that they're like, they would even say, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but here we are.
Well, you have like that deep empathetic spirit, right?
Yeah.
Like if someone tells you anything remotely personal, you start tearing up. And of course people are oh my gosh, this person.
Because it's whatever that person's feeling, I feel it. And I saw it as a burden for a long time, but it is a gift, and my daughter has it. And I've tried to kind of like teach her early on, like, hey, this can be a burden, but the Lord gave it to you because it's a gift and a blessing.
Yeah.
So
it makes people feel loved, cared for, seen.
Yeah.
Right. And so, of course, people are naturally drawn to that big, open heart of yours. Yeah. And
they are.
It's not always done me well, but
yeah. At
you're
the same
learning
time,
how to temper the gift.
Yeah,
I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
Right. At the same time, right, there are, our greatest strength can be also our greatest weakness, right? And so people can take advantage of that kindness that you have.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes
I think she's come a long way in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes our feelings can lead us astray, right? Yeah. All of us have that issue.
Right.
But you're growing, right? You're growing.
Yeah.
Being a part. So tell us a little bit about the Perimeter family, the culture. What do you like about it? What have you seen?
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like with the life change that brought me to Lynchburg, I just feel like Perimeter has just helped me so much in becoming my own person because of who I am and the way that God made me, I feel like I became somebody else or something for somebody else. And like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I think Perimeter has really helped me like kind of get back to like who I am and who God made me and like, operate in my strengths that God gave me, like my giftings that God gave me, and to use it not to enable someone or to, do something for somebody else in that sense, but to kind of like be more genuine, like helping other people and also grow in myself and, be more healthy in those like giftings. So it's been really great. I don't know. I've loved being able to like get to know customers and get to know like people that I work with. And I don't know, just like feel like I'm really getting to help people, because I am a natural born helper. I love helping people. And so even if people are like calling in to, pay for things, I still feel like I'm able to help them get appointments sooner if they need it or, get the right person for what they need. It's just been really great to feel like I'm making a difference, in people's lives, even if it is for roofing or gutters or whatever. I feel like it's still something that people need. And it's been really great to be able to feel like I can help people in like the construction world,
So would you say that you care a lot?
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Like I have a capability
Right. Yeah, you have that.
Care a lot.
Right. You're very focused on making sure that everybody's cared for.
Yeah.
And so out of that heart comes this high level of customer service, right? People feel that when they connect with you, you want to help solve those problems.
Yeah. For sure.
And that's what we're in business for, is to solve problems.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody's got them. And so, the mission that we have is to help people improve their homes, whether that be their roof, their siding, their gutters, their windows. We're also doing, of course, remodeling.
Yeah.
We're doing everything, right? So we're able to help people really from the ground up make repairs and improvements to their home.
Yeah.
And so it's been, you've seen sort of the evolution of that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like as a company, we're always evolving and growing, but there was some transitions happening when you came on. And so it's been really, what I've seen more of a foundation of family happen. Of course, I think a lot of that, Patricia came in really full time after you did, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I think like a year after I was there, she came in.
So that also has been, so tell us a little bit about what have you seen since Patricia's come on board and started to lead? Like, how has that helped things evolve?
Honestly, like on a personal level, it's just been great because, like you were in there, but not as much, And then when she came in, she kind of was there every day. So it was really nice to be like, oh, like my sister, my best friend is here every day. Like I get to, whereas like we try to hang out once a week. It didn't always happen with kids and life and stuff. So now I'm like, oh, I get to see her every day. We get to have our moments every day and feel connected and, feel like we're like linking arms to like help, people we work with and people that like, call in. So that part has been really great. And I think just even her too, I think she's like helped that with everybody else there too. Like not just her and I think it's kind of like spread to everybody. Like I think everybody feels more like part of the family and more invested in and, because there's somebody there every day to kind of like check in with them because she's really good at that too. Like, hey, are you doing okay? Like, hey, do you need anything? Do you have food? So I feel like I was doing that a little bit, but now there's like another person to do that too. So I feel like it has become a very like warm, even more so than before, like a very warm, like personal family vibe.
We have two Romanian queens now.
I
the
like
Lanku
that.
sisters.
And right. So Patricia is naturally a really great manager of people.
Yeah.
Right. Her focus is she also wants to make sure everybody feels loved and accepted and cared for.
Yeah.
And so with a lot of that intentional leadership and focus, it brings a lot of health to the organization.
Yeah, for sure.
Where I tend to be more of a visionary.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be in the field fixing things.
Right.
And solving problems. Right. We were sort of missing some of those pieces, and that's really helped the organization feel more stable.
Yeah.
So it's been good for everybody.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
We want everybody in the right seat on the bus, everybody using their giftings and their strengths
Yeah,
And I think it's important when you recognize what you're not good at,
for sure.
because then that helps you focus on what you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Like hone in on the good things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so would you say that are you enjoying being at Perimeter?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I had another job before, like in the it was like basement finishing, and I really liked it. And I kind of got away from that when we moved to Tennessee. So coming back into it, I do like working in this field. Like because you talk to so many different people and so many different workers and so many different, like you connect with so many people from like different backgrounds and different
Yeah.
cultures, everything. So
Mhm.
it is. I do enjoy it, and I just feel like I'm going back to like being a helper. I just feel like I'm able to help so many more people than I would anywhere else, doing
Yeah.
something different.
Mhm.
It was definitely an opportunity that the Lord made very clear to you that this is what
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
calling you to do.
Yeah.
And you did such a great job. You got promoted, right? Like you
Yeah.
moved into a new
You've been
position.
promoted a few times because now Miha
Right.
wears a lot of different hats and she's
Yeah.
really great
Yeah.
at a lot of things.
I mean, I do enjoy like learning different positions just so I can help if I'm able.
Yeah.
'Cause again, I'm a helper. So if I can learn to do what you're doing, like it's not like I want your job. I just want to help you.
Yes.
Like if you're busy, let me do that for you so I can,
Yeah. Yeah. And of course,
alleviate
your
the load.
success and your promotion and your raises have had everything to do with your hard work, your faithfulness, your commitment, right?
Yeah.
And a huge attitude of gratitude.
Yeah.
Like you've never expected anything, but it's like you're worth so much more.
Oh, you guys are gonna make me cry.
And, it's like we want to be able for you to see that, and this is not just family. Like we're talking, like, hey, you do a lot. And so we see it. We want to recognize it.
Yeah, you guys have been great.
You
Yeah.
also got Employee of the Month, like shortly after we initiated.
Yeah, you
So, everyone loves
taking
you.
over.
No, I do feel very grateful for this job because, like I said, I feel like God knew I needed it, not just financially, but just for me to kind of get back to the person that like God created me to be, and just to grow in the season that I'm in, and to be a better mom and a better sister and a better friend, and so I feel like I am very grateful.
Yeah. Well, we're very thankful for you. We're glad you're on the team.
100%.
Yeah.
And we're also, thankful. Like we see the growth in you. I know that the Lord's doing new things in your life.
Yeah.
I know that your faith in Jesus Christ is a foundational part of who you are.
Yeah. I mean, I
Mhm.
wouldn't be me without that. Yeah.
Right. And so tell us a little bit about that. Where are you at with the Lord right now?
Oh gosh.
Unpack that for us, will you?
Okay.
What is the Lord teaching you?
Patience. Yeah, no, honestly, yeah. Like I think just patience because, obviously like God has made every move that I've made being married and after that, very clear. And, he's spoken to me very clearly. And not that he's not speaking now, but I think I am just like in a season of waiting, and a season of healing and a season of growing. And not that I'm like the kind of person that's like always ready for the next thing because I don't care. Like I like change and I welcome it and I don't mind it. But I'm also like, okay, so that part was done that I needed to do and that the Lord brought me through. Like, what's the next thing that God has for me as far as like, what am I stepping into or what am I doing? So,
Yeah.
and I think it's just like being in the season I'm in and just like healing and processing and,
Yeah.
'Cause-
So you're talking a lot about, just to clarify, you're talking a lot about God's purpose for your life.
Yeah, I guess I
Right.
am. Yeah.
You're in a season where you're stewarding what God has given you, right?
Yeah.
And you're being faithful in that area, but you're also anticipating the more
Yeah,
of
but I
what
don't
God
think
has
I've
for your
ever
future.
been a person of like, what's my purpose? Like I've never not known what my purpose is. I feel like my purpose is to love on people and to care for people and to make people feel seen and known and that like Jesus loves them and I want to love them the way that Jesus loves them. Like not like in my own capability, but like the way that God loves them. And so I truly feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm a helper. God wants me to be a helper. Wants me to be a caretaker. Wants me to be like a nurturer. And so I've never wondered about that. It's more so of like, what does that look like being that person in this next season?
Mhm.
Like, what is that? How is God going to use that in this like next season of life? Not like so much like my purpose. Like,
Yeah.
like I know what that is. Like I've never.
That's so
And
good.
that makes sense because,
Yeah.
you don't change who you are because God made you
Right.
the way that you are. You're just adjusting based on the season ending and beginning, and then how that is cultivated looks different.
And
you
even
know?
like, when people have taken advantage of the way I am, or, like I've never questioned my purpose, even in those moments, because I'm like, I'm still who I am, and I don't regret doing this for you or being that person or doing that, so
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's
So maybe a
Okay.
better way to put it. That's really cool that you have clarity about your purpose, and I think obviously that mindset is very Christ-like, right? He came to serve and not be served, and so you're serving others.
I guess,
So I guess
one way to put it, I guess.
yeah. So maybe a better way to articulate what you're saying is that you are continuing to do what God's called you to do, which is love on people. But as you do that, God will expand that influence.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
And there'll be greater opportunity for you to let your light shine to others. And
And I do feel like, even in this new position that I'm doing, I do feel like I've been able to reach different people and to make other people feel loved or cared for. I think I was talking to one of the guys, Gabe, and I was talking about somebody, and I was like, yeah, like, I don't know how many experiences they have like this, but like, they told me about things that they're going through their family, and I like really feel burdened for them, and I care about them. And, I was like, I don't know if that's like normal to care that much about, somebody that does this type of work, but I'm like, I really care about them, and they're really like, they've opened up. So I do feel like it's cool. I still talk to customers, but I also talk to other people that I don't normally do. And I'm able to kind of make them feel like you're not just
you've had a lot of
you're not
customers,
just
right?
a
You've had a
labor.
lot of customers want to date you.
Oh my God.
And we've actually had
Just as
some
an
issues with that.
FYI, so there's no confusion, she is single
I
now.
am divorced. Yeah.
Just so we're not mixing, things.
Yes.
For context.
Thank you for that clarification.
Yeah.
I'm always wanting to provide clarity.
Getting super personal here, guys.
But no, apart from that, because of the gifting that you carry, that the Lord has obviously given you and who you are, it's not just the customer engagement. Like, you have relationship and connection with vendors, with subs, with the crew. I mean, everybody that you get to impact, you're intentional about, which says volumes about who you are. So yes, your influence, I feel like, has shifted and gotten broader
Right.
because of the role that you're serving.
Yeah.
And
I do enjoy that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's ask a couple more. I have a couple
More
lighthearted
personal. Okay.
questions. So just to get to know you. So like, what makes you really angry?
What makes me angry?
Yeah, what makes you mad?
When people are selfish.
Okay.
I mean, I can be selfish too, but I think just in general, like, I don't know.
If you're self-seeking, yeah.
Self-seeking, which again, I'm not perfect. I'm sure, I'm selfish lots of times.
And how do you act on those feelings? That was kind of you cry. Okay.
I cry if I'm mad. I cry if I'm sad. I cry if I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm
You see a trend here?
I'm very in tune with my feelings.
Yes. God gave you a very large well of tears.
Yeah, never ending.
Right?
It's like a fountain of youth.
Unlimited supply.
That's why my skin looks so good. I cry.
Okay. That's
No,
the
just
secret.
kidding. It
That's
doesn't.
the secret, folks.
No.
Cry more.
Cry more, everybody. It's great.
Be real.
It's good for your skin, all that saltiness.
Yeah.
All right. So also, you have a palate for foods that most people do not, right? You like really weird stuff,
Well, I mean, you say weird, but
very tasty to you, right? Like
to a lot of people.
right. But you tend to eat things that maybe a lot of Americans wouldn't eat, right?
Yeah, American.
Such as like liver pate.
Oh yeah, that's great.
You love all kinds of
Duck neck.
just weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, and you'll
Well,
be
it's
eating
because
that in the office.
This is where me and my sister are very different, because it's like, were you even born in a different country? Were you even ever poor? Because I feel like I was raised to eat whatever we have,
Yeah.
and not turn my nose up at anything. And sometimes I'll be like, hey, I'm eating this. Do you want some? And she'll be like, ugh, no. Oh, no, I'm good, and I'm
So
just
Trish
like,
has been Americanized more than you,
Well,
basically.
I've always been a bit more picky
Yeah.
eater as a child, according to mom.
Yeah.
So, I didn't have the refined taste that my sister has. So,
that came with hunger.
yeah.
I was so hungry. I would eat anything.
So what is your favorite thing to eat?
Just Asian food, spicy, non-American food.
Non-American food. And
Although
I know
I do love a good
you love
ribeye
garlic.
That was very
right?
clear.
Oh, I eat garlic with like raw garlic. And actually, my son has now started doing it. He'll be eating soup and he'll be like, "Can I have some garlic?"
Wow.
And I'll peel cloves and he'll eat it with.
He loves
soup.
spicy food
And this
too.
has nothing to do with vampires, right?
Well, we don't want them around.
Okay,
so.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, because we know the vampires started in Romania,
Yeah.
right? Transylvania.
Right. So she
Mhm.
might be a vampire. I'm trying to keep the vampires away.
Diverted this
I got
out.
Thankfully, we have Jesus, and
Yeah.
vampires are not real.
Jesus saves. Yeah.
Well, that's so cool. Well, Miha, thank you so much for being on our show today.
Yeah. I hope
This has been
everyone
great.
learned a lot
Yeah,
about
we-
perimeter.
Yeah, absolutely. We've gotten to know you a little bit, and it's been really good. So we're so
Yeah.
happy that you are on the team, and we
Thanks.
thank you for coming today to share a little bit about
Yeah.
your
For
life.
having me. It's been
Absolutely.
really
You definitely
great.
serve a key role. So we wanted to make sure that people get to know a little bit, just a small part of who you are, just
Yeah.
because you really are immersed in the business in
Yeah.
such
I mean,
a huge way.
like to be in the background. So this was a little
out of your comfort zone.
out of my comfort zone.
Yeah,
but
you
I
were-
guess if
right?
people want to.
You did great.
You did
Thanks.
great.
You
Yeah.
did awesome.
Thank
you
you.
were yourself, and we had fun, right? Now you're
Yeah.
going to want to do it again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just even more personal next time.
Well, just want to say thank you to our listeners. Thanks for dialing in and listening to a little bit more about our lives and what we're doing in the business. Until next time, for all of you on the outside, this is Inside the Perimeter Roof and Renovate.